the director of Hawkeye talks a little bit about all the tweets that were put out and teases put out by Vincent D'Onofrio, aka the Kingpin, and talks about how this went just a little too far in a few places. Insert George Lucas standing around in a kitchen and so forth. So this comes at us from Collider, who got to talk with the director of Hawkeye, Ray Thomas, and specifically they wanted to talk about Vincent D'Onofrio's return as Kingpin, and some of the sort of, how do I put this? I guess the steam / anticipation / kind of fans knew what was coming due to Vincent D'Onofrio just outright tweeting and liking any post that said, hey, you're returning as Kingpin, right? And outright just sharing memes, videos, and even scooper articles that were like, we know he's returning, and D'Onofrio would just retweet it, be like, yup. Yeah, it turns out that the director was like, maybe that went a little too far. Essentially, what they said is, if you look at what they were doing, they had a policy. Let's never mention him by name in the series. It's going to be the Voldemort moment. We're going to approach this in a different way, and also we're going to approach this when we're talking about the script as well as in the real world, and we want to keep it a secret, and we don't want people to know that he's coming. So hopefully they can have their anticipation build up and all the rumors running rampant, sort of like they did with WandaVision. Enter Vincent D'Onofrio and the problem. The director said they believed that maybe there was a couple things that went too far in regards to what he was doing, because he would just go on there and start to talk about it, start talking about Kingpin, start talking about, hey, I can't wait to return. And somebody would be like, hey, is it true you're returning in Hawkeye? And he would just like the post and wink at it and smile at it. And it was like, wait a second. So we kind of knew. And I will agree, that took a lot of, the anticipation, because had they originally successfully pulled off not revealing him or had something leak, I mean, having that hit the same week as Spider-Man, that would have been huge. But again, we kind of knew, and all the theories that were running rampant, and obviously by the time the episode ends, we see him, and that was great and all, but it's pretty safe to say it took away some of the steam that they had going forward, and that's not really the fault of their own. Again, D'Onofrio was very excited, and I would honestly argue that I think him saying things like this and doing this gained a lot more traction in people, wanting to see the series. Because let's be real about this. Anytime he did anything, everybody would report on it, and it would do major views, hits on websites, traction, shares, and all that. So it was free advertising. Maybe he could have toned it down just a little bit outside of literally confirming it, which he did, but hey, it is what it is at this point. Thank you for watching that video, and if you just can't get enough CBC and you want it on the go, we do have our weekly podcast that is available every Sunday night, and you can find that on iTunes, SoundCloud, and Spotify. And direct links to them are available directly in the description of this video, so you can go click it, open up in your favorite podcast app, and have us on the go, in case you're a masochist and enjoy that type of thing.